So basically, this is what my finished product looks like with Premiere Pro. And what I do is I take the time to individually chop every single one of these up to make one clip. And I cut out all the other extra stuff because it's a one-sided fight between Dr. Anesthesia and this one and Betty Kaj, whatever her name is. And what I do is basically just copy and paste, Control C, Control V, and it's a short clip, so I, using that bar, I make it bigger, and then I drag it out just a little bit. And then when she does a move, like let's say, okay, see, she just kicked her. I go back. Now, this allows you to do this like this, and okay, now I want to just this one part. She goes up and then down, and I just individually make the whole video like that, just clips of that, and I add them together like that. And once again, Control C, Control V, and then if I want to mess with the speed, which sometimes I do, I just go to speed, and then I slow it down, 50% we'll say. And what I also do is Control C, Control V, and I put this one in reverse. And the reason why there's so many layers in this and I muted so many is because this is 60 frames per second. Normally, if it's 30 frames per second, there's only 2 lines, and then that's it. 60 frames per second requires more layers for some reason. But see, when you put this one in reverse and this one normal, this is what you get. And you could just, from that point on, you can, see if you lose your place, just go back. Copy and paste that so it's doing it over and over and over. Control C and then Control V as much times as you want. That's one of the tips I learned from Premiere Pro, and this is one of my favorites in Adobe Creative Cloud in general. And I also use Cyberlink, but Cyberlink is more, I think, a ghetto version of editor of Adobe Premiere Pro, but it's cheaper. Whereas I rent Creative Cloud for $53 a month, I would definitely say that you know, just buying Cyberlink Power Director maybe is worth it if you're low on a budget. But if you can afford, you know, to rent the Creative Cloud or even buy this for, I think it's $800, go for it. But I prefer to rent it, and I just prefer to have the whole suite rather than, you know, one piece. And this is basically what you get, and I haven't even installed all of them because basically all I use really is Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, and After Effects. And I want to use Audition. I want to start making music. This one is pretty cool if you can understand the it really, you know, when people say you're not going to need algebra your whole life, they're full of shit. If you want to make video games, you need to learn algebra. And that's a prime example right there. But that's another cool app is Animation CC, and they even have, one of the big things is they have all the tools necessary to make and sell a video game that you want, you know, that you can play on your iPhone or Droid or whatever. And I think that in and of itself is worth it. And one of these days when I get enough patience, I will definitely get into that, you know. And it all comes with the animation thing. It's some kind of, yeah, see, and then there's other stuff there. Some kind of toolkit. And then you can even buy stock and community. And I've been really enjoying Creative Cloud, but I figured I'd just get into one of the my favorites and how I do it, and it's Premiere Pro. And then when you're all set, when you're all done with all of this, you select it all, and then you export it to media, and then from there you hit Q, and then it'll direct you right to Adobe Media Encoder, and take it from there, and then it just processes it. And so I figured I'd just do that short tutorial today on Premiere Pro and how I edit. And have a good day, my ninjas.